dropped Carter off Thursday at daycare. That's the last you see him. Now, are you and the defendant, is there any child support agreement in place?
We recently just got a court-ordered child support agreement.
Okay. And so were you ordered to pay child support?
Yes, sir.
How did you do that?
Through the court, well, initially, when I moved, we settled on a fixed amount. And that's when I first moved out of the apartment. Then we talked about it and we settled on a set amount. But then later on, she wanted more and we talked about it and couldn't come up with the actual agreement because I was trying to stay away from actual court-ordered child support, but that's a route that we went with, and that's how we got to the court-ordered child support.
So it was court-ordered child support. So how do you pay? How much was it?
It was, if I'm not mistaken, $750 a month. And it was set to be deducted from my paycheck.
Okay. When was it set to be deducted?
I knew it was supposed to start in November.
Okay.
And that's when the first payment was supposed to
Okay.
happen.
And do you know if that payment was taken from you in November?
Yes, it was.
Okay. And how much was it? Was it the $750 that you said?
I think it was partial. I think it was the first half of that came out of my paycheck.
Okay. Was there something about you overpaid somehow?
Yeah, so I wasn't too knowledgeable on how child support worked. So I knew that I get paid on Thursday, and I think I messaged Ms. Davis saying, hey, can I go ahead and just make this first payment because I know that you have it was a 5-day grace period for your rent to be due. So I'm going to go ahead and pay the first part through the child support app, and then whenever I get paid, if it's deducted from my paycheck, then we can just, even that out. Because I did not know if it was going to be deducted from my paycheck at that time.
Okay. So did you make kind of your own payment and then it was deducted as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that weekend, what all were you doing? So you dropped him off Thursday, then on Friday, so not Saturday, Sunday. Were you working? Were you at home?
I worked Friday at the fire station. I think I was off that Saturday. And I picked up a shift Sunday and Monday.
Okay.
And Tuesday.
When you weren't with Carter, would you be able to speak to him over the phone?
Yes, sir. Most of the times I would either FaceTime or talk to him on the phone.
Would you do it like once a day or multiple times? Or
Average once a day.
Okay. Okay. That weekend, did you get to FaceTime him at all?
No, I did not.
Okay. Did you ask?
Yes, I did.
Who?
Ms. Davis.
Okay. And she had Carter that weekend.
Yes, sir.
Right. Did she talk to you at all that weekend?
We talked, I think it was Friday, when we realized that the payment was deducted from, when the payment was deducted from my paycheck. And after that was the last time we talked because she blocked my phone number.
She blocked your phone number?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how did you figure out that she had blocked your phone number?
The calls wouldn't go through, text messages wouldn't go through, and this happened before, so I pretty much know how it is being blocked from.
Okay. How many times did you call and try to text?
I cannot recall.
Okay. Was she mad at you?
Yes, sir.
What was it about?
About overpaying on child support.
Okay. And the purpose of your calls or texts, were they just about the child support?
Before I was blocked, yes. So we had a phone call prior to, I think the last actual phone call that we had was about the child support, and her saying that I messed up everything as far as the child support payments, and I'm like trying to still figure out how I did that, and not really understanding how me making a payment through the DFAX app and then having it deducted from my check, how would that mess up anything? And that's what she was mad at me about.
And were you calling as well to try to speak to your son?
That night I was.
Okay, which night?
Pretty much the entire weekend.
Pretty much the entire weekend?
Yes, sir.
And were you able to?
No, sir.
And so that was the weekend. Is the only way you tried to communicate with her text or email that weekend?
That weekend I sent her just emails because like calls and text was not going through, so I had to email her to at least get some type of response to her.
So I'm going to show you what I've just shown the defense counsel, and it's marked as State's Exhibit 13. Can you please look at that? Do you recognize it?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
It's an email of me messaging Ms. Davis and an email of her replying back to my initial email.
Okay, do you remember when that email was?
Yes, sir.
When was it?
It was November 16th.
November 16th, so that Monday?
If I'm not mistaken, it was either November 16th or, yes, it was that Monday.
That Monday? And is this a fair and accurate representation of that email?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Has it been changed or altered in any way?
No, sir.
Your Honor, this time we offer evidence States 13.
As long as I can cross on it, I have no objection.
It's a minute.
So I'm going to put it up on television, we'll publish it. And that is behind you. So if you could turn around and take a look at it for me. So you said that you had texted her, or emailed, sorry. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And at what time did you email?
10:43.
Okay, and she responded to you?
Yes, sir.
All right, can you please read to the jury what she responded to you?
Stop emailing me. You know you can't get or talk to Carter. Leave me TF alone. And that's the last time I'm going to tell you.
What does TF stand for?
The fuck.
And that's the last time I want to tell you?
Yes, sir.
So this is Monday. Do you have any idea what's going on, where Carter is? Can you ask him?
No, sir.
Did you guys have any communication after that email on Monday?
No, sir.
Was there a phone call?
No, sir.
Did she call you about needing to get Carter?
Oh, yeah. So later on that night, she did call me. And I'm not too sure if it was a call or a text, but I know we did talk later on that night
Okay.
for her saying that I need to take off of work the following day so I can keep Carter.
Okay. Did she tell you why?
She said that he's sick and he's been throwing up.
He's been thrown up. Did she tell you how much he's been thrown up?
No, sir.
Did she tell you if anything had happened to him?
No, sir.
Okay. And did you take work off? And
I did not.
okay. Why was that?
I didn't take off of work because I was pretty much begging to even see him, FaceTime him, and I would get no response. And even to the point of like, I would kind of like make concessions with him. Like, if you let me FaceTime him and see him, then I'll take off of work and I'll keep him. And those were going unanswered. And the only thing she told me was just that he's been throwing up and he's sick. I need to take off of work.
You wish that you had?
I did.
Was that the end of your communication with her for the time being?
We talked Tuesday morning when I was already at my part-time job, and that's when she told me that car was being rushed to the emergency room now. I need to get back.
Okay. You remember what time that was?
It was in the morning time. I said approximately 8 or 9.
Okay. Did she say what was wrong with him?
No, she just said that he's being rushed to the hospital. She didn't say what was wrong.
Okay. And he was being rushed to the hospital. So where was your part-time job at that time?
I was on the ambulance in Dublin.
Ambulance in Dublin?
Yes, sir.
Are you EMS?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So did you drop everything and head to the hospital?
Yes, sir.
And where was the hospital?
It was Perry Hospital off of like pretty much Watson.
Perry. You thought you were on Perry, or was it Peach County?
Peach Town.
Okay.
That's
It
right.
was Peach County. Did she say anything about who had taken him? If he went to a pediatrics office?
I'm not sure if she did or not.
Okay. So all you knew was that he was being taken home?
Yes, sir.
All right. And did you end up making it to the hospital?
I did.
And when you got there, was Carter alive or dead?
He was already deceased at the time. She called me before I got to the hospital and told me that he was deceased.
Okay. And when you got to the hospital, what did you do?
When I got to the hospital, I came through the emergency bay, the ambulance bay, and they led me to the waiting room that was kind of off to the side. And that's when I saw Kianna and Kianna there.
Were the police there?
They had hospital police staff in the waiting room as well.
How long did you stay at the hospital?
We had to wait a while before we could actually go see his body. And I stayed there until, I can't say how long I stayed there, but until it was done.
Till you were ready to go?
Well, until until we went to see him and in the room, and we like we said our last goodbyes with him at the time, and I think that's when the coroner was coming, and that's when we left.
Let me ask you this. So you guys lived separately. Did he have a bedroom in your apartment?
Yes, sir.
All right. Did he like to sleep in that bedroom?
We never slept in that room.
Where did he sleep?
In bed with me.
Okay. Was that kind of his thing?
Yeah.
Is that a habit that he had?
Yes, sir.
Do you know if he did the same thing when he was at the defendant's?
I can't definitively say, but from my time living there, yes.
Okay. Do you know if the defendant was upset about the fact that he wouldn't sleep in his own room?
I cannot say.
Do you know if Kianna wanted you to break that habit?
Yes, sir.
Okay. She spoke to you about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Did y'all have a funeral for Carter or a service for him?
We had a viewing at the funeral home, and then we also had a balloon release pretty much at the fire station I used to work at.
Okay. And do you recall where the viewing was?
McCullough Funeral Home off the house.
Was the defendant there?
Yes, sir.
Did y'all interact at all?
I don't think we did. If so, mildly.
And you said there was a balloon release?
Yes, sir.
When was that done?
Can't remember the exact date, but it was in December.
Whose idea was that?
Mine,
Was Kianna involved in that at all?
not in the plan.
Okay. Did she go?
She did.
Did you have to make her go?
I don't think I made her go, but I suggested it. I would like for her to be there.
So, after the balloon release, do you remember when the balloon release was?
The exact date?
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact date, but I have pictures I can look back.
Well, I mean, so did the viewing happen first?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then there was a balloon release?
Yes, sir.
Was it a few days, a couple weeks later?
I'll say maybe 2 weeks later, 2 or 3 weeks later.
And did you and the defendant stay in contact after that balloon release?
Seldom.
Seldom? Did you guys ever discuss Carter?
Yes, sir.
What was that discussion?
Just in the time frame after that.
Mm-hmm.
Most times, if we were to discuss Carter, it'll mainly be pertaining the happenings of him not being here, or the investigation and the prolonged autopsy results. It would mainly be something around that basis of what's going on with the case.
Okay. And any time did you have a conversation with the defendant about Keon Benton's potential involvement?
We had one interaction where it was when we got the preliminary autopsy results back, and when we got the preliminary autopsy results back, the preliminary results said lacerated liver, and I was a little mad, angry, and I was on the phone with her, and she got the results as well. And I told her, I said, Kianna, I said, if something comes back that said this guy did something to my kid, I don't know what I'll do.
How did she respond to that?
She responded by pretty much telling me, she said, how can you even say something like that? He would never do nothing like that. And he was even a better father to Carter than I was.
Was she mad that you said that?
By her tone, yes.
Did she cuss you out?
That's all she said.
You guys talk more about the situation than just that time, right?
About
So, I mean, have you guys had other conversations
yes, we
about what happened?
not about what happened, but we've kept somewhat of an open contact, but we never really talked about what happened.
Well, but did she ever say what she thought happened?
No,
Did she ever blame Keon?
no,
Did she ever get mad at you about the fact that it happened?
yes, sir.
What happened there? What was that?
It was a conversation we had where she stated that I should have been there to take care of him. I should have took off work and I should have had him. And if it wasn't for that, this whole thing would have happened.
So because you didn't take off work to take care of Carter, none of this would have happened?
I don't know, possibly.
Do you know what she was referring to when she said none of this would have happened?
No, sir. I guess just speculating on as
I
far
don't,
as
you just speculate, but I mean, if you don't know, you don't know.
I don't know.
Sorry to cut you off. But you would, or at least did on one occasion, try to get information from her about what happened, right?
Yes, sir.
And what would she tell you?
She would not tell me anything, just saying she don't know what happened. Maybe he jumped off of his bed, or maybe some type of accident happened that she don't know.
Okay. Did she say anything about him being sick?
Only when we initially talked, when she told me to take off of work.
weekend, was that the only time that she had kind of refused you access to him?
Yes, sir.
Because earlier you said that, I think you said that you knew you were blocked because it had happened before.
Yes, sir.
But that was the first weekend where you weren't just blocked, but you couldn't even speak to Carter.
That was when I was blocked for an extended time. Most times, if she blocked me, it would be for a couple hours or not even a day.
Nothing further at this time, Your Honor.
Mr. Grove, did you?
Thank you. Mr. Ambrose, good afternoon. My name is Jeff Grove. I'm a lawyer from Warner Robins here representing Ms. Davis. Let me ask you a few questions if I may. I'm sorry for your loss. Okay. When did you and Ms. Davis start seeing each other?
Me and Ms. Davis met in 2014.
Were you with the Warner Robins Fire Department at that time?
Before we met, no. I was in the hiring process
You were in the hiring process?
when we initially met.
All right. And where did y'all meet at? Did y'all meet in Warner Robins or somewhere else? Or?
We met in Warner Robins.
All right. And when did you go to work for the fire department?
2014.
At some point in time, y'all moved in together, is that right?
Yes, sir.
When?
2017.
2017. Okay. And y'all moved into Sandpiper Apartments, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And that's off of Russell Parkway in Warner Robins, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
When y'all moved in together, was it just you two?
I lived in an apartment first, and then she moved in after she was pregnant.
All right. And was she teaching school then?
No, she was not.
Was she working in a dermatologist's office then?
Initially, when she first moved in, she was working at FedEx.
Working at FedEx, and then did she go to work at the dermatologist's office?
She worked at a dermatologist's office when we moved to the second apartment.
All right. Well, let's. I want to make sure we have a good timeline here. So, Carter was born on January the 1st. Excuse me, January the 14th of 2018. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And when he was born, you and Miss Davis lived there in Sandpiper Apartments. Is that
Yes,
correct?
Yes, sir.
Would it be fair to say that's where the child was conceived at?
Yes, sir.
Within a couple days of Carter being born, he had to go in the hospital. Was that right?
That's not right.
He didn't go in the hospital?
No, he did not.
When did he go in the hospital at all during, say, the first month of his life?
I think he went to the hospital maybe 1 month or 2 months after, but not the first week or the second week.
Okay. And when he went to the hospital, were you employed by the fire department then?
Yes, sir.
And where did Carter go to the hospital at? Which hospital?
More than likely it'll be,
And if you don't know, that's fine.
yeah, I don't.
You don't know where he was in the hospital at.
I'm not sure which time you're talking about.
I'm talking about the first time after he was born.
I don't recall.
But nonetheless, you and Miss Davis were living together in Sandpiper Apartments.
Yes, sir.
And that was in 2018, correct?
2017 is when we lived together. That's when we started living together.
Okay. But when Carter was born, Miss Davis brought him back to your apartment there in Sandpiper. Is that right?
Yes. We both brought him back.
Both brought him back. Okay. And that you three lived there together. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And you lived there in that apartment there at Sandpiper, the three of you, until when?
Until the following year. We stayed in that apartment for 1 year of Carter's life.
Okay, until 2019?
Yes, sir.
And is that when you and Miss Davis and Carter moved to these apartments that are off of Lakeview Road?
Yes, sir.
And that's the apartment that's right there within, say, 200 or 300 yards of the pediatric place. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And that was planned, was it not?
No, it was not.
It wasn't planned.
The plan was to have a nice apartment.
Have a nice apartment, and the fact that his doctor was there meant nothing.
It might have, but that wasn't the initial.
Okay, I mean, could it have meant something to Miss Davis?
Maybe I cannot say which
Oh.
one I'm talking about.
And during this time, where was Miss Davis working at?
It was a period where she did not work, and she was in school for a portion of that time.
Where was she in school at?
Mercer.
Mercer University in Macon.
Yes, sir.
Was she taking online classes or in-person classes?
Objection on relevant service.
The objection sustained.
All right. So, so how long was she? When did y'all move into the apartments over there at Lakeview?
I would say March of 2019.
Okay. And when was it that you moved out?
March of 2020.
All right. And was it just you three still there at the apartment when you moved out?
Yes, sir.
And you were still with the fire department, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And do you know if Miss Davis was a stay-at-home mom?
For a portion, she was.
Until when?
She got a job at a dermatology office in Macon.
All right. And do you know when that was?
I cannot recall.
All right. And did she stay there the entire time until y'all broke up in March of 2020?
Yes, sir. We're at the dermatologist's office?
Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And if you don't know, that's fine. Yeah. But in any event, the relationship fell apart in March of 2020. Is that right?
Yes.
And is that when you were still with the fire department, right?
Yes.
And is that when you moved to Caitlin Drive,
Caitlin Circle.
Caitlin Circle? And that's over there near, which fire station is that you were working at then?
Fire station number 6.
And that's the one off Osegan.
Yes, sir.
And in Caitlin, where you were living at is, you were living in an apartment right there, is that right?
Yes.
All right. Now, so when you left in March of 2020, did you and Miss Davis have an agreement as to what sort of child support you would pay?
Yes, sir.
How much?
It was $580.
And that's an agreement that you two made?
Yes, sir.
And were you paying $580 starting in March of 2020?
Yes.
And so you paid it for every month until?
Until I got court ordered on child support.
Okay. And the court order for child support, did you have to come down here to this courthouse to get ordered to do that?
Yes, sir.
And the amount was $750
Yes, sir.
a month. Was that to come out of the $580 that you were paying? Did that come out of your? Was that deducted from your salary, or did you just pay that on your own?
That was the amount that we decided together for me to just pay her monthly.
Okay, you paid it up on your own.
Yes,
is
sir.
that right? And you were brought down here for child support. What? Was it November of 2020?
If I'm not mistaken, it's October.
October. And the money was to start when?
In November.
November. 1st of November.
Yes.
Okay. some payment of $750?
No, sir.
How, would it be divided twice a month type thing?
Yes.
All right. You were saying something about an overpayment. What was that about?
I paid the initial half before I knew that it was being deducted from my paycheck.
All right. And you felt as though Ms. Davis should pay you that money back?
I said if she would like it, she can pay me back.
If she would like.
Yeah, because I would pay.
That's how you said it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, once again, you kept the child, and you returned the child to Miss Davis on the Thursday before he died. Is that right?
I took him to daycare that morning.
You took him to daycare on that Friday morning?
Thursday morning.
On Thursday morning?
Yes, sir.
Did you pick him up from daycare on Thursday, or did she?
She did.
All right. So you didn't have anything to do with picking the child up on Friday, is that right?
No, sir.
Okay. And I guess at some point in time, you and Ms. Davis talked over the weekend about, well, she called you and wanted to know if you could keep the child. Did she do that on the weekend, or did she do that on the following Monday?
Can you repeat that for me?
Okay. You had testified earlier that you and Ms. Davis had talked, or she had asked you if you could take care of the child on Tuesday, the 17th. You recall that?
Yes.
And you told her that you could not because you had not your fire job, but a job as part-time job as EMS. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Did you say anything to her that you would watch the child if she gave you that $350 back?
Incorrect. No.
That's incorrect.
That's wrong.
Oh. Now, but nonetheless, you did not agree to keep Carter on that Tuesday. Is that right?
I did not.
And you could have gotten out of that part-time job, couldn't you?
Yes, I could.
Pardon?
Yes, I could.
Okay, but you just didn't want to.
I didn't want to because I did not see my child for the entire weekend until Ms. Davis sprung upon me randomly after not talking to her or the kid for 3 days pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
I was texting saying, hey, you need to take off of work tomorrow.
But you could have seen Carter that entire Tuesday, couldn't you? Couldn't you?
Yes, I could.
But because you and Miss Davis were being disagreeable with each other, you drew the line in the sand. Is that a fair statement?
She drew the line in the sand when she told me I can't see my child, I can't FaceTime my child. There was a line in the sand.
But she offered for you to be able to see the child the next day.
After he was sick and about to die.
Okay. All right. Well, how did you know he was? Did that go into your thought processes that you knew he was about to die?
No, sir.
No, even though you were under a child support order, you didn't have any sort of anything in writing approved by the court as to what sort of visitation rights you would have. Is that correct?
No, sir.
And for the most part, you and Miss Davis got along pretty good about that, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Just a second, Charlie. So, sir, it's your testimony that when you dropped the child off at daycare, Miss Tharps, on that Thursday morning, that's the last time that you saw him?
Yes, sir.
times, did Miss Davis refuse you over the months to be able to see the child?
She would not.
Pardon?
She would not.
She would not.
No, sir.
Did she ever refuse you FaceTime before?
No, sir.
So this was the only time?
Yes, sir.
When you talked to her on that Monday about whether or not you could watch the child on Tuesday, did she mention to you that Mr. Benton was watching the child?
No, sir.
Did you know that he was watching the child?
I don't recall.
And you say you met this Mr. Benton a time or two, is that right?
Once.
Once, was that at the fire station?
Yes, sir.
And Carter was there, is that right?
Yes, sir.
I mean, that went okay, did it not?
No, it did not.
The meeting didn't go okay?
No.
Was there a confrontation of some sort?
It was I wouldn't really say competition, it was a disagreement.
Disagreement between who?
Me and Ms. Davis.
You and Miss Davis?
Yes.
I mean, you resented the fact, I guess, that she brought the child over there to your place of work?
Can you repeat that?
Pardon me?
Can you repeat your sentence? Can you repeat what you just said?
Were you upset with Miss Davis because she brought the child over to your place of work?
No, sir. I love when he comes to my job.
But there was a disagreement? Is that because Mr. Benton was there?
It was a disagreement on meeting Mr. Bennett at the time.
It was just for a few minutes, was it not?
To meet him,
Right.
she brought Carter over to the fire station. It was a Saturday. She brought him over because she said that he's been sad and he's been moping around, and she would like for me to just, bring him over to the fire station so he can play. And she did. She advised, hey, just to let you know, my boyfriend's with me. I said, that is fine. That's okay. He came, we played around the fire station for about, say, 30 minutes. And then after that, that's when she came and said, all right, it's time to go. I asked Ms. Davis, I said, hey, would you mind if I meet your boyfriend? Since he's around my kid, I would like to put a face to the name.
All right.
And she said, no, he would not like to meet you. So that made me say, I don't care if you're around my child, I'm going to know who you are.
Okay. Was this on the Saturday before the child died?
No, sir.
How far in the past was that?
Me and my son, we went on vacation to visit our mom, to visit my mom in October. We came back October 18th, October 19th. That was the following weekend after that, so it was still in October.
Okay. So that's the only, did you ever meet Mr. Benton then?
I attempted to meet him. I said I will meet this guy, so I walked to the car and tapped on the glass. He didn't get out of the car. He rolled the car window down. I said, hey, I'm Kadeem, I'm Carter's dad. Shook his hand, and that's our only interaction.
So there wasn't any problem between you and he?
No, it was not.
Did you have any other problems or repercussions for Ms. Davis because of this this meeting?
No, sir.
No. Just a second, Sean, please. And I mean, sir, once again, you moved out in March of 2020, is that right?
Yes, sir.
During that period of time, of course, your baby died in November. During that period of time, did you yourself have a girlfriend to live with you?
No, sir.
You never had a girlfriend to live with you?
No, sir.
Did you ever have a girlfriend?
Yes, sir.
Who was that?
I was dating a girl named Tierra.
Tierra. And did you have the occasion to have Miss Davis meet her?
No, sir.
Okay. You didn't want that then?
If it happened, it happened, but she never.
And Mr. Ambrose, you are currently in Gwinnett County, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
There.
Yes, sir.
Which fire department do you work for?
Gwinnett County Fire and Emergency Services.
Okay. Judge, I don't have anything else. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Ambrose. You may stay or go as you wish, please. All right, Mr. Or y'all ready?
We have one.
Yeah.
This one has body cam judge, just wanted to keep it out.
Okay. All right, y'all, we're going to take just like 2 minutes to do some technology adjustments in here so that the presentation of evidence go a little more smoothly than sometimes the computer lets us do while you're standing here watching us. So if y'all just step to the jury room, we're not going to take a regular break right now, just a quick one to get set up, okay? time, call your next witness.
Your Honor, the state calls Matthew Whitehell. Alright, Officer Whitehell, if you would, do you swear affirm testimony you shall give here before this court is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. You would state and spell your name correctly, please.
Officer Matthew Whitesell, W-O-J-T-A-L.
Where do you work?
For the city of Warner Robins Police Department.
What do you do for the city of Warner Robins?
Police officer.
What do you do as a police officer?
I'm on patrol division, so I respond to 911 calls.
And what does that usually entail? What does your day-to-day look like?
Coming in and mainly responding to 911 calls for service, traffic enforcement, so on and so forth.
And let me take you back to November of 2020. Were you a police officer at that time?
Yes, ma'am, I was.
Okay. Did you still work for Warner Robins or a different agency?
From the Warner Robins my entire career.
That being said, how long have you been with Warner Robins?
Total of just over 8 years at this point.
And have you always been patrol?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you on patrol back in November of 2020?
I was.
On November 17th of 2020, did you receive a call out of primary pediatrics?
I did, ma'am.
Okay, what was that call for?
I believe the call was titled Assist Agency as far as EMS. It was in reference to a CPR progress.
And you arrived on scene, correct?
Yes, ma'am. I did.
Okay, what was going on when you got there?
I arrived on scene and observed that the ambulance had already been on the scene. Back doors were open, and if I recall correctly, medical staff was in the back of the ambulance performing CPR and still working on an individual.
Who was that individual?
That would be the 2-year-old Carter Ambrose.
And he had already been loaded into the ambulance, is that correct?
Upon my arrival this time.
What happened after you arrived there?
Initially made contact with medical staff to find out basic information of what was going on. We were then instructed that the child was going to be transported to the hospital, to which I did follow the ambulance to that location.
Which hospital?
Peach County Madison Hospital.
And you followed the ambulance there?
Yes, ma'am.
What happened when you arrived at Peach County Hospital?
Got to the hospital, ambulance, and medical staff unloaded the male from the ambulance into a treatment room where they attempted to continue to give on further care to resuscitate the male.
And were they able to do so to your knowledge?
No, ma'am, they were not.
After that, did you leave Peach County Hospital?
Stood by momentarily until then I was instructed to respond to the residents at 6080 Lakeview Lane, or Lakeview Road, excuse me.
And that's 6082 Lakeview Road, is that here in Madison County?
It is.
And what happened when you responded?
I made contact with the lieutenant on duty and sergeant on duty who were providing scene security in the lead time.
So when you arrived at the apartment, because this is an apartment complex, correct?
Correct.
When you arrived at the apartment complex and relieved your lieutenant and sergeant, what happened from then?
I remained on scene for scene security, and to my recollection was there until the scene was done in process.
Did you speak to anyone on scene?
I did.
Do you recall who you spoke to?
Miss.
Did you speak to Miss Davis?
I did.
Now, were you wearing a body cam at that time?
Yes, ma'am, I was.
Was that body cam on and recorded?
To my knowledge, yes, ma'am.
Was it working properly?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you regularly wear a body cam? At the time you spoke with Ms. Davis, the body cam was on recording.
Yes, ma'am.
Was she in custody at that point?
No, ma'am.
Was she free to leave and discontinue the conversation at any time?
Yes, ma'am.
Was she read Miranda?
No, ma'am.
And why is that?
Because she was not in custody, nor was she even thought of as a suspect at that time.
If I were to show you a copy of your body cam, would you recognize it?
Yes, ma'am, I would.
May I approach Your Honor?
You may.
Your Honor, I'm showing the witness Elizabeth marked as 014. This is the copy of the body cam. Officer Whitehall, have you had a chance to review that body cam?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
And was it a fair and accurate representation of what was going on scene that day and your conversation with Ms. Davis?
It is.
Has it changed or altered in any way?
No, ma'am.
Your Honor, at this time, the state will tender the evidence taken to Exhibit 14 and published for the jury.
And submitted,
And of course, we previously,
submitted over objection. You may publish.
Thank you, Judge. And Your Honor, just as a matter for the record, the audio actually starts 30 seconds in.
I was the first one there. I was there with them. Well, I was there with. Yeah, they were all pretty distraught. Let me grab something real quick. So, are you deaf? They were all pretty distraught. Let me grab something real quick. So, are you dad or you said that? Okay. So is dad the EMT that showed up? Okay. What's his name? I am. Mom said that or uncle. What's his name? What's his first name? You know when his birthday was? Okay. You know where he lives?
Yes, it is right next to the fire department on Kimberly. Right here, station number 6. Right.
Oh, okay, over by off of Dean.
Yes, like right in that little some townhomes right over
You know
there.
what the address is over there?
Okay, what's your address? 230 Caitlin Circle. K-A-T-E-L-Y-N Circle. One Robbins, Georgia. 318. Okay. I'm waiting on that. The cop that I know really because we can't go in and it'll be a house, I guess, or whatever. Mine.
What's the secret of this home where situation going on?
Phone number is 478
Yes, ma'am.
998 7199.
Okay. Thank you. I forgot to get this information earlier. So, was that? Did you? Oh, yes, you will. Completely, had this on a personal note. I'm gonna write down my name when y'all go to do services form, you call the police department and leave a message for them. I really appreciate it. And I understand emotions run high. To let you know, I had to yell at him. Because he was sniffing the tailpipe of the ambulance, and I actually talked to the kid out there. He goes, I thought you were going to pull him over. I said, at one point I was, and then I was just like, no, they got an ambulance in front of me, behind them, nobody's going to go in between.
He worked so hard, I was trying so hard to get here.
That's why we're staying about here primarily. And I was kind of juvenile after to hold it because of him passing. At that point, that's the least you're concerned.
14 minutes and 23 seconds. I previously discussed with defense counsel that I would ask for 3 portions in order to optimize the budget.
Okay. Brady will send a.
Was that? I'm waiting on juvenile because we contact outside juvenile and they run with everything.
Okay.
So, I'm waiting to get out here. So we will say something about our house. Little north.
Pausing at 15 minutes and 38 seconds, fast forwarding to 18 minutes and 10 seconds.
It won't. It won't. Unfortunately, I've dealt with stuff like this quite a few times, and it won't hit you until between a day and maybe a week or two. And then all of a sudden, you'll be able to grieve. But let me preface that by also saying, know that if you do start feeling depressed, start feeling sad, there's resources. Talk to someone, okay? Talk to someone, okay? Surreal.
Yes. Dad was taking on the strict thing for it from and I was so adamant about not letting him go. I did not want him to go because of the whole thing and all this other stuff, but that's what his family is, so they just haven't even gotten to see him. This was just long ago, maybe in October. And, he hadn't been here in a year, so if I didn't let him go, it was
So you did let him go?
I let him go.
You got to know the hospital.
And he loved it over there. And now they're like, grateful that he got to see him the last time. Like, if it wasn't for the thought that,
GBI. Don't forget, they get cases from everywhere in Georgia. The GBI is like the FBI for Georgia. So literally, like, we get DUIs, we get blood from somebody, it goes to the GBI crime lab. They get shell casings, they get guns, they get all sorts of different stuff that they have to process and do. And unfortunately, there's other scenarios like this that are happening across the state, so they have to have those kind of high profile case that happens where they can get that done for whatever reason. Pretty much.
I was hoping that you changed this sheet, but I'm going to do it, but I feel for all bed, yeah. I'm hoping that you did it like that.
When Sergeant Brown gets over here, we're also going to have our crime team employee. So basically the name, process thousands. So they know what it is. And you were saying y'all have tested for COVID now?
When you got that restriction, you got that COVID, came back negative.
After he started getting sick again, y'all get tested again now?
No, so. Since October, he went on from October 19th.
When you get back?
He got back on the 23rd.
Okay.
And
That wasn't too long.
it wasn't long. He went back. And I told him.
Talking to somebody else.
Yes, that he is.
Kind of help me out if I get like the plastic thing that would be treated.
And I told her I would always have a problem with 14 hours. And they, always on the night, whatever, they work, always know, hey. If I take me out, let her know.
I'll take it 25 minutes and 30 seconds, and fast forwarding to 38 minutes.
I left the house this morning, it was 38 degrees. I left the house this morning at 4:45, 4:50. Still about 40 degrees. Because I had to drop off Louis Road, there was somebody that had a deer. Had to go and move the deer off the road. Ross High School, can you go with that? Okay, yeah, yeah.
So I go there and
No, we got a class.
I'm actually, got hired on some new night teacher, teaching programming next year.
All right. Hey, sir. Go. Bring it up. Walking or elsewhere.
Usually that's the way it goes. I have to buy, I have to live. So I just, illegal rights. So I apologize for being out of forms. So I just can't read one. Just send one. That's the county sheriff's office. I'm reading. I said, you preach your name. You live here too, sir. You don't live here. Just you here. You had any problems here? Well, it's all right. I'll teach you. But anyways, preach your name here. It's on. I let you hear his name there. You get the House County Sheriff's Office and Warren Police Department, state certain credits, and taking out the way of these texts, and taking necessary photos. that's always more that you guys close.
Hey, I just want to let you know,
And stopping at 45 seconds.
Sorry, what?
45 seconds, or 45 minutes, Judge, I apologize. Have another for this witness.
Ms. Crew?
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Awesome. Good to see you again. This, once again, you were called to go to the pediatric place there on Lakeview Road, is that correct?
Yes, sir. It is.
You recall about what time it was?
I don't know. Thought my answer.
Okay. The apartment complex that we've seen in this video to the pediatric place is less than 300 yards away. Is that a fair statement?
I don't know, sir. I haven't never measured that.
Okay. I mean, you don't have any recollection of it?
It's very close to Lakeview. Yes, sir.
Okay. I mean, they're on the same road.
Correct.
And that's within the city limits of Little Robbins, is that correct?
Yes, sir. It is.
So I take it in your many years you patrolled that area numerous times.
Yes.
Once again, when you went to the pediatric place there at first on Lakeview, did you, Miss Davis, did you follow her out there, or was she in the ambulance, or
Nothing.
where was she at, do you know?
I don't.
Okay. She could have already been out there at the hospital, or do you know?
I don't know.
But you followed the ambulance, is that right?
Correct.
I take it that you weren't at the Beach County Hospital very long, is that right?
I wouldn't say so, no, sir.
Less than 30 minutes.
Approximately.
And then that you were instructed to go back or go to the apartment there that you were at, is that right?
That's correct.
There's the date on this at the very end of this is 13/09/25. Is that a correct date, or is that a correct time, or do you have any recollection of that?
I'm not sure. I believe that might be a correct time. I don't know, sir.
But nonetheless, you were out there for the entirety of this conversation that you had with Miss Davis and Mr. Bennett, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And then there at the end is when Deputy Collins came from the House County Sheriff's Department to go through the place, is that right?
I believe so, yes, sir.
Who else was there? Was there someone there from DFAX?
Yes, sir.
Marcus Williams there from DFAX?
I believe so.
Do you know if Juan Herrera from the Little Robbins Police Department was there at this time?
At that time, I'm not sure, sir. I don't recall if Don Juan was already there, but I do know that he did eventually come back with him.
Oh. Did you hang around for that, or did you leave, go back in service?
I believe I hung around, if I'm not mistaken,
Okay.
unless I was relieved by Sergeant Collins.
Okay, at the conclusion of this video, did Miss Davis leave?
I don't recall. I believe she might have stayed on scene.
Okay, but certainly she wasn't allowed to go on the scene while Officer Herrera and Deputy Collins were inside, is that right?
That's correct.
Just a second, Charlie. Officer, I thank you for your service.
All right, you are free to go, Officer Whitehall, and you've been excused, so you can go or stay as you wish. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a little break. We're in about an hour and a half, a little longer. Don't talk about the case. Don't let anybody talk about it with you. All right, y'all, 15 minutes, we'll stand in recess. put your in. Alright, Lee Bergman.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Ms. Hollins, you can call your next witness. State calls Juan Herrera. Let me have Mr. Herrera, please, or Officer Herrera.
You swear affirm testimony you shall give here before this court is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
You would state your name for the record, please.
Juan Herrera,
Investigator, where do you work?
Water Run Police Department.
What do you do for Warner Robins Police Department?
So my role is a crime scene investigator, also late fingerprint examiner.
So you are primarily a crime scene investigator, and you are also a late crime
Yes,
investigator.
ma'am.
What do you do for crime scene investigations?
Crime scene, when we on call, we respond to different crimes.
And how long have you done that?
For 19 years.
Is that how long you work for Warner Robins Police Department?
Now, I was hired on January 29, 2007.
What did you do when you were initially hired?
I was a booking officer.
And so what did you do from there?
From there, I applied for the crime scene due to my training before to the Department of Homeland Security on fingerprint. And then I got the job in March 2009.
And since then, you have worked crime scene investigations for Warner Robins Police Department.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Let me take you back to November 17th of 2020. Were you working in that capacity on that day?
Yes, ma'am. I was on call that day.
Did you receive a call out to 6082 Lakeview Road?
Yeah, the first phone call that I have, it was to respond to the ER at the Perry Hospital in Beach County.
Did you actually go out to Beach County?
Yes.
What did you do at Beach County?
I met with Coroner Galpin and Juvenile Sergeant Collins to photograph and bag the child so I can send him to the morgue at Houston County.
So basically, you saw the child, Carter Ambrose's body at Beach County,
Yes, ma'am.
and you were taking photos, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you the one who bagged him?
Yes, ma'am.
And after you bagged him at Beach County Hospital, what did you do?
I follow EMS to the Houston County morgue, and myself, I locked him in the morgue.
So you transferred the body to the morgue.
Yes, ma'am.
And what did you do from there?
From there, just photographed
lock in the freezer and cooler section, and just went back to the scene.
And by the scene, what is the address for the scene?
The address of the scene, okay, it was 68 Lakeview Road, apartment 2408.
And that's in Houston County, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you do when you arrived on scene?
When I arrived to the scene, I met with Officer Matthew. He had the scene secured. So then I also met with Sergeant Collins from Houston County, investigator, and proceed to start photographing, documenting the scene and collecting evidence as a request of the Sergeant Collins.
Great, thank you, sir. Tell us how you process the scene.
When we get to the scene, we start with photograph. We photograph the entire scene. After we photograph the entire scene, we mark the items of evidence that most likely we're going to collect. And from there, we collect all the items. If we need to do all the type of process requested, then we do that as well. Yeah.
Is that how you're trained to process the scene?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have extra training for processing scenes?
Yeah, we do have, depend, what is requested. If we need to collect footwear evidence, we collect footwear evidence. If we have to process for fingerprint, we process for fingerprint. If we have to collect DNA sample, we do that as well. Or if we need to collect all the other foreign objects, so we also collect those.
Did you collect, let me ask you this first, actually. So you would photograph the scene.
Yeah.
Did you take photographs of this scene?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If I were to show you those photographs, would you be able to recognize them?
Sure.
May I approach you?
You may.
Investigator, I'm showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibits 15 through 61. If you'll take a minute and just look at those.
Taken by me, and also the markers that I use to mark the evidence that I collect.
So you are the one who took these photos?
Yes, ma'am.
And are they fair and accurate representations of the scene as you found it?
They are.
Have they been changed or altered in any way?
No.
Your Honor, at this time, the state will tender in the evidence State's Exhibits 15 through 61.
You said 61?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We have no objection, Your Honor.
They're admitted.
The state has to publish it there is this one.
You may do so.
Officer Career, if you would kind of turn around a little bit when we put these up on the screen. Showing State's Exhibit 15. Can you tell me what it says?
It's a living room area in front of the TV and going out to the back porch or the patio area. And those are markers 1, 2, 3 with the stains on the carpet.
And you said those are your markers
Yes, ma'am.
that you use to process the scene?
Yes, ma'am.
And those are markers 1, 2, and 3?
Yes, ma'am.
State's Exhibit 16. Investigator, can you tell me what this is?
Yeah, it's a close-up picture of the stain that are marked as item number 1.
And what is that item number 2 up there?
Number 2, it was another stain next to number 1.
So in processing a scene, you would notice those stains and put markers there? Is that process?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
State 17. Investigator, can you tell me what this is?
Yeah, it's a close-up picture with the ruler, so we can see how large is the stain that I'm marking.
So, just to be clear, that is your marker number 1, your ruler, measuring the stain that you found there. States 18. Investigator, can you tell me what this is?
That's another medium range photograph of number 2, the stain marked with mark number 2.
So you mentioned medium range. Can you tell me what that means?
We do, the way that we, for evidence that we collect of items of evidence, we do overall pictures, medium, and close. So,
So this will be a medium range
yeah,
photograph.
the ruler, yeah.
States 19. Can you tell me what this is?
Yeah, this is the same stain, marker number 2 with the ruler.
States 20. Investigator, can you tell me what this is?
Yeah, that's a close-up picture of stain marks number 2 with the ruler as well.
So essentially the same picture as States Exhibit 19, just close range.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. States 21. Investigator, can you tell me what this is?
Yeah, it's like a medium picture with item number 3 with the stain marks item number 3.
States 22. Investigator, can you tell me what this is?
It's the same stain mark number 3 with the ruler.
And this will be a close range photograph?
Close-up range, yes.
States 23.
Same stain number 3 marker with the ruler. Most of the time we take several pictures. We focus on to make sure that we can focus right and we can see well.
Essentially, so you can get a clearer picture, is that right? And States 24. Investigator, can you tell me what this is?
The mark number 3 with the stain also with the ruler.
So just another shot of the same thing.
Yeah, based on the lining and close-up, and focus on that.
Thank you, investigator. States 25. Investigator, we've moved on from markers 1, 2, and 3. Can you tell me what is shown in this photograph?
Yeah, it was a napkin with stains located in the counter next to the sink with marker number 4.
Is there a particular reason why you took that photograph?
Yes, because of the stains that the napkin contained.
The same as that the napkin contained?
Yeah.
6 investigator, the same shot essentially?
Same shot, a little closer.
And states 27 investigator.
And same closer shot, number 4 with the ruler.
So this is another view of the mark number 4, the napkin that's like,
Yes, and we always also use the ruler for the sides of that.
states 28 investigator. We've moved on from mark number 4. What is shown in this photograph?
That was a diaper that we used and some shorts that was located on the floor on the hallway bottom.
And what is that next to marker number 5?
The diaper.
So the diaper is next to marker number 5,
Mm-hmm.
and the shorts are next to marker number 6.
This one.
Do you recall why you took photos of those particular items?
Do I recall what you're saying? Did
Why
I
did you
recall that
take
picture? Yes, ma'am.
Why did you take pictures of those?
I took the picture because being the location where it was, and also the diaper contained pieces, and it can be taken to the lab if it's necessary.
And states 29 investigator. What's shown in that photograph?
That's more like a medium close-up picture of number 5. Yeah, I can see it.
States 30. What is this?
And that's close-up picture on item number 5, the diaper with it.
And states 31.
Then also a close-up picture of item 6 for the shorts.
States 32.
Yeah, close-up with the ruler, same item on the 6.
So measuring the shorts, laying on the ground.
Shorts, this one.
States 33. Can you tell me what's in this photograph?
This is a overall picture. This area is located in the master bedroom floor, in the carpet area, and overall item 7 through 11.
So this photograph was taken in the master bedroom, and those are marker numbers 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11.
This one.
States 34 investigators on the witnesses.
Close-up picture of item number 7. Will be part of some of the probably medication for the inhaler.
States 35 investigator, what is this?
Close-up picture of the inhaler right next to the Huggies. Number 9 would be one of the capsules. I think probably medication for the inhaler.
And states 37, is that a closer view of marker number 8
This one with the ruler.
and the inhaler?
This one.
States 38, is that a closer shot of marker number 9?
This one with the ruler.
Those would be capsules for, say, a breathing machine.
I believe so, yes.
States 39, what is this?
10, market 10 will show the nebulizer, I believe, will be the treatment for asthma, most likely. And 11 will be, I think another short, piece of clothing. So, close-up picture with the ruler of the, probably the nose piece of the ambulance.
States 41, what is this?
11, was another capsule with a ruler. That was the medication package that I told you, that was marked 11, I couldn't see it well.
Gotcha, thank you. And states 42, investigator, what is this?
This is an overall picture of the items located by the bedside, and then marked number 12 is a clear bag with green leaf material.
And where did you locate this in the house? Was this also in the master bedroom?
This my master bedroom next to the bed, on the floor.
States 12, what is this?
That's a close-up picture of the bag containing the green leaf material, also with a partially smoked blunt. Mark 12 with the ruler.
And states 44. Tell me what this is.
It's a close-up picture of the same baggy green leaf material in the blunt, marked with 12 with the ruler.
States 45, investigator, tell me what's going on in this photograph.
13 was a towel on top of the bed.
So this is a towel on top of bed?
Yeah,
And where was this photograph taken?
master bed.
States 46, what's going on in this photograph?
This is also on the master bedroom area, floor area, and marker 14. And for that's like a medication product. And 14 would be another, type of maybe part of the inhaler used to for that purpose.
So marker 14 is placed next to something that appears to be part of, say, an inhaler or some kind of medical device?
Yes, ma'am.
States 47, what's going on here?
14 is a close-up picture of the measuring cup. Also, was one of those notes, bigger notes, so to pump the mucus out of the nose.
States 48, investigator, what's going on here?
15 is close-up picture with the ruler, also with a piece of equipment, probably from one of the nebulizer or one of the.
States 49, investigator, tell me what's going on in this photograph.
This is the bedroom, the child's bedroom, and this is, it was two beds, a large bed and the child's bed, so this should be the child's bed against the wall with a marker, I believe, 16? Let's see, yeah, 16 and 17. So 16 will be marking the stain on the bed, and 17 the pillow, stain on the pillow.
And just a note, because there's a little bit of glare on the screen here, that marker where that glare is marker number 16.
Yeah, from here, I can hardly see it on the 16 way. Yeah.
And that is next to a stain on the bed.
This one.
And marker number 17 is another stain.
This one.
Why did you take pictures of these particular things?
I take picture because it could be body fluid, it could be vomit, it could be something related to the type of scene that I was working.
States 50, investigator, what is this?
A close-up picture of 16, marker 16, with the stain on the bed and the ruler.
States 51, what is this?
Another picture, item 16, the same stain on the child's bed with the ruler. thing would be the pillow located on the child's bed with the stain.
And again, there's that glare, the stain is kind of where that glare is, right?
Yeah, kind of pinkish, yeah.
States 53.
Yeah, this is another shot on the same stain on the pillow with the ruler 17.
States 54.
And marker 18 is the pillow located on the larger bed located in the child's bedroom as well, showing the stain on the pillow as well.
And so mark number 18 is next to another stain. Is that right?
And located in the pillow.
And so this is all still in the bedroom where the smaller child's bed was?
Yeah, a larger bed next to this one, the other corner of the bedroom.
States 55 investigator, tell me what this is.
Also a picture of, with the ruler of the stain, mark 18.
States 56, what is this?
Same marker 18, same stain on the pillow, with even closer with the ruler.
And states 57, what is this?
Same marker 18, same stain, different shot with the ruler.
States 58, what is this?
This is the kitchen area. This medication, I got this medication from one of the top drawers area on top here. Marker 19.
States 59, what is this?
Close-up picture of all the medication, really, we can see the what medication is what. And marker 19. Yeah.
Is there a reason why you took pictures of the medication?
Yeah, we do. We collect medication on child's dead, and most of the dead we also collect medication.
State 60, what is this?
This bag is located in the between, like in the bar area of the kitchen, on top of the stool. And I marked the whole bag. That's 21 was collected completely, entire bag, and also contained some medication as well.
And state 61, what is this?
Close-up picture of marker 21 from that bag. The medication was inside the bag.
And so all of the items that are next to these markers, that would be physical evidence that you collected.
Definitely. Some of the stains were swabbed to later on. If the detective wants to submit it to the lab, he can, but pillows were collected. I cut the stain on the child's bed. I took the stain completely from the bed.
Now, do you do testing for, say, swab stains
No.
in-house, or is that sent to GBI?
Yeah, the detective will send it to the GBI. We just do the collection.
Do you do any more of the investigation other than the process at sea?
All the documentation and collection of the crime scene.
Nothing further at this time, Judge.
Mr. Greer, he's with you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Investigator, good to see you again.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So,
Jeff Greer, hope your family's doing well.
yes, sir. Everybody okay? Thank you.
Once again, you were, based on your job as a crime scene investigator, you were requested to go to the original Peach County Hospital there in what's considered Byron, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And when
Yes, sir.
At that particular time, you then followed, or who was it that actually took the baby to the morgue?
EMS. I follow EMS, yeah, from the.
Right. And you got there 30 minutes or so later, is that right?
We arrived at HCMC more at 1300, 1301.
All right. And once the child was delivered there to the morgue, you were then called upon to go to the crime scene, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Is that correct? And you met with Deputy Collins from the Sheriff's Department, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And he's with the Sheriff's Office and you're with Warner Robins, but y'all were working together on this.
Yeah, we kind of, whatever they tell us to do, what they do, and then we do what they want in our part as well.
Okay. And I take it that you stayed out there for a couple hours or so at the apartment there on Lakeview, is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I released the scene at 1540.
Okay. That would have been 3:40 in the afternoon, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And then from there, you eventually returned to the police department at about 5:30 that night, is that correct?
1730, yes, sir.
Okay. I take it that the photographs that we looked at, all these photographs, you took a lot more photographs than that, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
I mean, you probably took more than 100 more.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And every one of the pictures you provided to the district attorney,
Yes, sir.
that you know of. Okay. Now, as far as all these photographs are concerned, you took a lot of picture of stains. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Stains of carpet, pillows, maybe some sheets. That's what you took
Yes,
stains
yes,
of.
sir.
I mean, did you actually cut them out?
I only I took the pillows and I cut the one in the child's bed.
All right. And for those,
Piece of mat, yeah, I collected the sheet and collected a piece of mattress as well from the child's bed, small bed.
and you provided that evidence, did you not, to whom? Who did you give it to?
When we bring the evidence, we seal the evidence and we turn it into our evidence holding area at the police department.
Okay. And so it was locked up, is that right?
Yes, sir. They take custody after I release it to them.
Okay. Do you know which detective was in charge of all of this?
Well, from Houston County, it was Collins.
Right.
Yeah, but at the PD, when we turn things in, he goes into the property room.
With Warner Robins?
Yes, sir.
Right. And so Warner Robins was in charge of all of that potential evidence?
Keeping all the evidence there until somebody sent it to anywhere, to the lab or comes here.
Do you know if anybody ever sent it to the lab?
I don't know, sir.
I mean, you haven't been made aware of that?
No, sir.
So all these stains, you don't know what it was?
No, sir. We just did the collection of the stains.
Right. Just the collection. You can't, I mean, you have no idea what it was?
No, sir.
All right. Now, how many crime scenes do you figure in all your years that you've had to process?
Over 800.
Okay. And a lot of those are, you go to a crime scene on Francis Street after there's been a shoot, you go out there and get shell casings and anything that you can find. You put one of these placards down to try to identify each particular shell casing. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And I mean, we didn't have any. I mean, you didn't collect any weapons or anything of that nature, did you? At this particular
Not
time?
a different thing, no, sir.
No. I mean, did you look for? I mean, did you receive information that this child possibly had died from some sort of blunt force trauma?
Not at the time.
Okay, but did did you look for or find anything, or photograph or collect anything that would indicate that it could possibly be used as a weapon against somebody?
Well, I do the search, a complete search, and if I come across anything with a stain, anything that can lead me to suspect anything, it will be collected.
Okay, but you didn't collect anything though?
No,
with that
no,
information?
sir.
Did you collect, or did you see or collect anything that, based on your years of experience, knew to be blood?
Well, the stains, some of the stains are kind of represent kind of
Yeah.
pinkish color. Could be light discolored blood. It also could be as well. Yeah, some of them, because it was kind of pinkish. So I mean, I cannot tell you 100% we didn't do any testing of blood, but
Okay.
it kind of represent similar stains of blood that I've collected in the past.
But you just collected, you didn't do any analyzing of anything?
No, sir.
So you don't know what the results of any of that are?
No, sir.
Could you tell from your search and collection as to whether or not there was any evidence inside the apartment of a struggle of some sort?
No, sir. Things were not normal where it's supposed to be, but not like,
Okay.
let's say, in a struggle situation, no, sir.
All right. I mean, you've been to crime scenes, have you not, investigator, where you've went into rooms where there's furniture upended and trash all over the place and windows broken and stuff like that? Nothing at this point?
No, sir.
There wasn't any evidence of any damage to any walls or windows or doors or anything? Was there?
No, that I can see. No.
And I take it that you went throughout the house, you just didn't go in the child's room and the kitchen and the master bedroom, is that correct?
I did the entire apartment, sir.
Right, the living room, did you also go in the laundry room?
Yes, sir.
Because you did a sketch of this whole place, is that right?
I did.
And there was also a balcony that was on the back of the apartment. Did you check the balcony also?
Yeah, it was locked. It was locked at the time.
It was
So
locked?
It was fine, yeah.
But did you ever have the occasion to go out to the balcony?
Yeah, it was remarkable. It was fine.
It was unremarkable?
Not yet.
And there was a storage room that opened in from the balcony. Did you go in that storage room?
No, sir.
Okay. But all the time and all the pictures you showed out there, this is all that you have to report, is that right?
Yes, sir. That's what I did, yeah.
Just a second, John. I have nothing further for the investigator. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Holland?
Investigator, just a few more questions about the stains. You described them as being pinkish in color.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, in your experience, you have seen a lot of stains, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Does pinkish in color necessarily have to mean blood?
Some of them kind of light color, but it do reflect possible being blood stains.
Could it be something like vomit?
Yes, ma'am.
Could it be something like juice?
Yeah. Could be.
So a pinkish stain wouldn't necessarily mean it's blood?
Nothing could be tested. To our experience, we kind of determine certain stains, but I mean, until it's been tested.
You yourself, just to clarify, don't do the testing, it's sent to the GBI for testing.
Yeah, I submit everything so they can submit it to the GBI. I don't know if they did, but.
Thank you, investigator.
investigator, you've had the occasion, have you not, to do crime scene investigations where there's been blood spatter on the walls, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
There wasn't any blood spatter anywhere in this house?
No, sir. No, I can see it.
Judge, that's all I have.
Thank you, Investigator Herrera. You're free to go and stay as you wish.
Thank you.
You may be excused. Call your next witness.
Keith Collins.
Yep.
Mary's right hand, please. You swear affirm testimony about giving me the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Thank you, sir. Can we see it? Can you state your name for the record, please?
Justin Heath Collins?
Is that just common spelling on everything?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you currently working in law enforcement?
No, sir.
Okay. What do you currently do?
I'm currently a realtor, landmark realty, and home repair business.
Okay. And prior to that, did you work in law enforcement?
I did.
Which agency did you work for?
I was with the House and County Sheriff's Office.
How long were you with the sheriff's office?
From November of 2010 to February of 2021.
Were you in the same role at the sheriff's office? Did you have different roles?
I had different roles. I was
Okay.
promoted to the juvenile division around 2004.
When you say promoted to the juvenile division, what is the juvenile division?
Juvenile division of the sheriff's office, where the primary function is to investigate either delinquencies involving juveniles or also child victim crimes.
Okay. And were you working in that capacity November 17th of 2020?
I was.
Were you the on-call investigator that day?
I was.
Did you get a call about a deceased child that day?
I did.
Where were you when you got that call?
I believe I was at the juvenile office.
Okay. You remember about what time that was?
I believe it was morning time.
It was morning time, kind of early in the morning. That kind of maybe just got into the office.
I believe so.
And when you got that call, where did you go?
I was responding to the Peach County Hospital.
Okay. And when you got to Peach County, was there any understanding that you had about kind of what was going on before you got to Peach County?
Prior to my arrival, my knowledge was that I had an unresponsive 2-year-old that was en route to the hospital.
And when you got to Peach County, were you able to identify the child involved?
Yes.
What was his name?
Carter Ambrose.
Okay. You remember how old he was at the time?
Around 2 years of age.
2 years. At Peach County, was he still alive when you got there?
No, sir.
He was declared deceased at that time?
That was my understanding.
Okay. Was there anybody there? Was there anybody there that you had any contact with associated with the child?
My initial contact was with hospital staff who informed me of the child was deceased. And then at some point I made brief contact with the family.
Okay. And at this point, did you have any kind of working knowledge about how the child may have died?
At that point, no, sir.
Okay. You didn't have any information about it?
Prior to speaking with the mother, no.
Okay. At some point, were you made aware that there was a breathing issue with the child?
I was informed of the history of breathing issues with the child, and that the child had prior medical issues mentally.
And about do you remember how long you stayed at the Peach County Hospital?
I don't, but it was probably at least an hour or so.
Okay. Okay. And then where'd you go after the East County Hospital?
Responded to the department,
Okay. Whose apartment?
Ms. Davis' apartment.
Okay. Do you remember the address of that apartment?
It was on Lakeview Road, 68. Lakeview Road.
Okay. Is that in Houston County?
It is.
And you said that Ms. Davis lived there. Was there anybody with Ms. Davis when you first interacted with her?
There was her boyfriend, Mr. Benton.
Okay. And now you said you went to the apartment there. Do you recognize Ms. Davis in the courtroom today?
Yes, sir.
What's she wearing?
White sweater, gray, white gray.
For the purposes of the record, witnesses identify the defendant, Kianna Davis.
Okay.
What was the purpose of going over to the apartment?
Well, anytime you have a child death, that's where the scene was, last known for the child prior to being to the hospital. So we wanted to secure that scene and make contact there with the scene.
Okay. You secured the scene. Did you have the scene searched?
Did.
Okay. Did you ask for consent to search prior to searching?
I did.
Okay. And who did you get consent from?
From both Ms. Davis and Mr. Benton.
And did you actually go in the apartment?
I did.
What do you remember observing when you went in the apartment?
I remember some stains on the floor in the living room, either still or throw stains. I remember some medicine in the kitchen area on the counter. There was a nebulizer running in the back bedroom. In the child's room, there was a lot of throw-up stains on the bedding. And then in the bathroom, there was some water in the tub.
Okay. Was there a soiled diaper on the floor?
There was some
Now, you went through it right, but somebody else actually documented the scene, correct?
That's correct.
And who was that person?
that was Juan Guerrero, one of the speedy crime scene.
And he just testified, right?
Yes, sir.
And he took swabs or samples or cuttings from the apartment, didn't he?
Yes, I believe so.
And did you collect those from him?
I did.
Okay.
From
Okay. But they ended up somehow in the sheriff's office possession?
right, that way,
Warren Robbins?
Right.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. Did you send any of that to GBI?
I did. That's the only part where I was.
Okay. But, so, to your knowledge, anything been sent?
From the apartment?
Yeah.
Not from the
Anything? Okay. So, at some point, did you take a statement from Miss Davis about what happened?
I did.
Okay. How many?
I spoke to her at the juvenile office on 2 separate occasions.
Okay. Do you remember the first occasion?
I do. It was the day after the incident day.
Okay. And where did that statement take place?
The juvenile division office in the office.
Okay. Do you remember about what time it took place?
I had it documented. Would have been, I believe, around 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Or,
Now, when did you ask her? I mean, did you ask her to come to the station, come to the juvenile office and give you a statement?
yes, sir. Prior date, I'd asked her to meet with me.
Okay. And was the initial plan for her to meet on the same day that you asked her?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what happened?
I received a call that she did not feel like coming in at that time.
Okay. So, so you guys scheduled it for the next day?
I did.
Okay. And as part of your investigation, did you also interview Kianna?
I did.
Okay. How many times did you interview him?
I believe I had 2 separate contacts with him.
Okay. Were the interviews with Kianna Benton on the same day as the interviews with this defendant?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know how Ms. Davis arrived at your office the day that she gave you the statement?
I don't.
Okay. At this point, was she a suspect in anything?
At this point, no, sir.
Okay. At this point, you have very limited working knowledge of kind of the facts in the case.
Yes.
Had an autopsy been done at this point?
No, sir.
Okay. So was she under arrest at all? Did you offer her any promises or hope of benefit to come and speak to you?
No, sir.
Did you threaten her or coerce her to speak to you?
No, sir.
Did you read her Miranda rights? Can you explain what those are?
Miranda rights are, everybody's rights are required any time an arrest is being made and until.
Typical what you see on the cop shows, right? Okay. You didn't read her those?
No,
What was that?
she was not under arrest.
Have you reviewed her first statement prior to coming to court today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And is it a fair and accurate, I mean, it's a video recording, is it not?
Yes, sir.
Is that a fair and accurate representation of the interview that you did with her?
Yes, sir.
And has it been changed or altered in any way?
No, sir.
As, I'm going to offer it in evidence. It states 62.
All right.
And I will tell the court that both are on state 62. Both interviews for the purposes of this. We'll just start with the November 18th, I believe was the date, interview.
Of course, over objection, Your Honor.
Yep, that's minutes.
Who is that person right there?
This is a defects investigation.
Marcus Jackson. Okay, so is there kind of parallel investigations that are going on at this point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And where is that room that we're looking at?
This is at the juvenile division office in Monroe.
And before I continue, so you reviewed this, right?
Yes, sir.
So this interview is actually 2 videos, is it not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So one stops just for the purposes of everybody in the courtroom. We have another part too.
That's right.
So try to do this and keep dealing with it, okay? Straight away.
hours. And then on Sunday, I cooked dinner. And he was happy, nothing was wrong. He ate, and then after he ate at night, I put him in bed, and he usually watches cars. And he said, "Mama, my stomach hurts. My stomach hurts." And I said, "Okay, baby, just lay down." And that was Sunday night. He started throwing up. And it's not uncommon for him to do it. He's been to the doctor multiple times. But throwing up, just randomly just throwing up all over the place. So I didn't think anything of it when he started throwing up. That it was just a virus. I did what they always tell you to do, give him some Pedialyte, make him lay down. I went to work on Monday.
How many times you think you threw up?
Once on his little beanbag, on the floor, on the couch. We walked around the house for a little bit. I gave him a bath because he was all nasty, and as soon as I gave him a bath, he threw up again. I just told him to just go lay down, stop getting him juice. Gave him some Pedialyte, put him in bed that night on Monday. He threw up in the bed, and that was alarming because, like, whenever he threw up, he did it when he was awake, and so he never done it when he was sleeping. And I should have known.
You couldn't have known.
Monday night, I went in the room, and I saw him threw on himself, and so I picked him up, and I took his shirt off, and I put him in the other bed. He had 2 beds in his room. And when I moved him, he kind of whined like I was hurting him. And I said, "Are you okay?" He said, "I'm okay." He said, "My stomach hurts, Mama. My stomach hurts." I said, "Okay, baby, just go back to sleep." I said, "You'll feel better in the morning."
Can you tell me about what happened?
Probably 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, so then we'll be on
Yeah.
Monday night.
Yeah. I got up for work that morning, and I went in his room to check on him, and he was kind of laying off the bed. And so I pushed him back on the bed, and he kind of nudged me, he was like, "I'm hurting," and that's when I said, "Are you okay, baby?" He said, "What's happening?" I said, "You want to go lay down with Kianna? That's my boyfriend." He said, And I said, "Okay." And I went in the room, I finished getting dressed. Kianna got him and laid down with him in the bed. And I went in the room and I kissed him and I said, "I love you." And he was just laying there, nothing was wrong. I swear to you. I'm so cautious during this time because during this time of year he always gets sick. He has a lot of respiratory issues, so I'm so cautious. If something was wrong, I would let him know and I would have saw it. And he was just laying there. He said, "Come on me." He gave me a kiss. I left.
Was it have any breathing issues at all? No breathing issues?
No, I went back and I gave him a kiss. And I know that he had breathing issues. I'm used to it.
Right.
So I went to work. I work in Jones County.
And you left about what time?
I left at 7:15.
Okay.
I got to Jones County around 8:30, 8:15. I stopped and got gas. I went to the school. I was there for about 10 minutes when my boyfriend called me. He said, "Carter he was weak. He was weak." And he was on FaceTime with me the whole time. He said, "He's breathing weird." I said, "Well, just go get his treatment and just give him a treatment."
At what time did you say he called you?
This is about 9. Because I didn't even do my class. I have a class at 9:30. I was gone from Jones County before the class even started, so it was between 9 and 9:30.
Okay. So did you see him on the video?
I did. And
How was it when you saw him on
he was
video?
looking dead at me. That's why it just.
You
I
saw him?
asked to see his chest. I remember I said, "Let me see his chest to see if he was retracted in the middle because that's what I'm used to doing." And he pulled up his shirt. He wasn't retracted, so I said, "Okay, just give him a treatment." And he said he just looks weak. He said, "I'm about to take him to the doctor." I said, "Okay." I said, just get there."
You're not exactly sure the time?
I'm almost positive it has to be around 9. I got to Jones County at 8:30. I was gonna be in the room by myself, just not on the phone with anybody. I was just by myself getting the class ready for about 15-20 minutes.
Okay, all right. So I want you to think about, when he called you, video called you, and showed him to you. Can you describe him to me? Was he making noises?
He was making noises. He was talking.
He was talking?
He was talking. He has a mask on his face, so I really couldn't hear anything. The mask, the breathing machine is going, but he looked at me and nothing.
So he was already on the breathing machine?
He was on the breathing machine.
He called you?
Not when he called me. He wasn't on it when he called me, but he said he's not breathing on me. I said, just get him the breathing treatment. I told him where it was. It was in the laundry room at the top of the counter on the top. And I said, just get it and give him a treatment. I said, give him the ball because he takes 2 different ones.
So he said he wasn't breathing?
He said he wasn't breathing regularly.
Okay.
That's why I asked to see his chest.
But you said he was talking?
He was talking. Before that, he said that I wasn't there. So, I mean, during the process, I heard him. He was talking. Nothing was wrong. If I would have thought something was wrong, there's just no way that I would have even say not do the breathing treatment. That's always my first step, do a breathing treatment. If that, after that, I want to just check his breathing. If it's not right, I go straight to the doctor and I let them do the treatments and do the steroids and everything there. I've never.
When's the last time he's had any kind of breathing attack?
He had a virus a couple months back. But
And what did he have been treated for that?
he had to get a steroid shot.
And so did Kianna, right?
Yes,
Right, did he spend the night?
yes, he's been there since Sunday night.
Been there since Sunday night?
Yes.
How long y'all been together?
I've known him for 10 years. We dated, we just started back dating in August.
So you kept him at all before?
He has his daughter. He has a 3-year-old daughter too. So when he comes down and makes me time to kiss him, we don't just.
So he's been does he know the all the medical issues that he has?
I fully equipped him. That's why he knew what to do. Because I already showed him he was before. The card I had to take a treatment there. I showed him how to do it. He knew. Everyone around him knew. I made sure of that.
So you're on FaceTime with him. I'm sorry to go through it, but you're on FaceTime with him. You see him checks his chest. So he's breathing at that time. His chest moving.
Nothing about it was, oh, when I asked if he was having an asthma attack like he was normally having.
Now, at what point was you on the phone with him the whole time from that point? Or?
The whole time.
Okay. So kind of walk me, if you would, through it best you can. From that point, okay, he called you, he already had the Bible with him. Had he thrown up anywhere after you left?
No.
No? Okay. So he called you, says that he's, what exactly does it say to you when he called you?
He said he has that Lord, he was weak.
Okay.
He said he's not breathing normally.
Okay.
So I said, let me see. That's why I said, let me see, because he said he's not breathing normally. And I know when my child is about to go on respiratory distress.
But you didn't think that's,
No.
so was it that was in the bedroom?
Yes, he was in the bedroom. He had already had the mask on. He was doing treatment. And when he lifted up his shirt and showed me.
He already had the mask on?
Yes.
But he didn't have the mask on when he called you?
No. So he ran out the mask.
Okay.
Put the mask on. I walked him through. I'm at this point, I'm driving.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm driving in the car. I'm still on the phone the whole time.
And what was he wearing?
A yellow shirt.
So he's in the bedroom on the floor, you said?
No, he's gonna sit on the
He's
bed.
on the bed? Okay. That's where he's getting the breathing treatment?
That's where he was getting treatment.
Okay.
He had the mask on. He showed him to me. I said, let me see him. I said, you okay, baby? I said, let me see his chest.
So he answered you when he asked you to go?
He said, but it was very faint because he had his mask on. But he did like this.
Okay. How long do you think, I know it's a tough question, but how long do you think after he called you that Do you know what he ate all weekend?
I cooked, beef tips and rice on Sunday. Saturday, he just had beefaroni and normal. And then we went Saturday, we went to my granddaddy's house. And I cooked dinner on my granddaddy, and he was fine. He was walking around, running around with his toys, nothing out of the ordinary. Other than that morning when his eye was swollen, he was on getting drilled that whole day, but he was still.
And tell me about what, it was a Sunday morning that he had, or Saturday?
Saturday morning when the guy got swollen.
Okay, so,
And we usually wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning because we're still on my work schedule, so we will still get up early. So as soon as we woke up, is when I noticed the bump on his eye, and he was just rubbing it.
that was around 6 o'clock Saturday?
No, 6 o'clock Saturday.
So he didn't have it Friday?
No.
Okay. Now, can you describe the bumps to me?
It almost looked like not a sty, but it was right here in the corner of his eye. It was not a small circle, it was noticeable, and it was puffy. And then he had two kind of under his eye, but they were a little bit smaller in size. But when he was rubbing his eye, it instantly swelled, like it was shut. So I gave him a Benadryl.
Did it look like bites or did it look like just
That's what I thought. I thought it was bites. It didn't look like a pimple because it didn't look like it had pus in it or anything.
So he rubbed it and he swelled up.
I gave him a Benadryl.
The night before versus the night before when you had beef tips and rice, do you have anything in
No,
it?
that was, he had big tips and rice on Sunday.
On Sunday?
Sunday night. I cooked it.
Saturday was a beefaroni?
Yes. And we also ate at my grandfather's house, so we had, normally when I cooked Saturday, we had, cube steak and mashed potatoes.
What did y'all have on Friday? You remember?
Friday, he probably said to me, probably I didn't cook.
Yeah.
That was Saturday. It was free.
Is that at your grandmother's house?
Yes.
And actually, so you said Saturday morning he had the bumps and he drove and his eye swelled, and you gave him Benadryl. Did it reduce the swelling?
Yes.
So,
He took a nap. We went to my grandfather's house at 12. He took a little nap at the house because I gave him a Benadryl, so it kind of made me sleepy. We got up and we started running his house at 12:15, 12:30. And I went over there and he went back to sleep because that's his normal nap time. So I made him go to bed. And I cooked
What time did you get back home?
on Saturday. I'm not sure. chips, his brain reaction to the milk, then the viruses. Anytime he gets sick with the virus, he always goes respiratory distress. Every time. It started when he was 1, the day after his birthday. We spent 3 minutes in the ICU. It's never really gotten better, and this time of the year I'm always so cautious.
Does it mean anything else she's had a word reaction?
The one I don't even know he has the eye reaction to because he had just woke up, so it was very random.
Any new medication that weekend? No. Other than that?
No.
What medication is he on? Other than his breathing?
He takes an allergy medicine that is prescribed from his doctor. Just that it's kind of like Claritin. He takes that once a day. 5 volunteers. And then he takes the budesonide once in the morning, once during the season, once in the morning, once in the evening. And now P-Roll, if he starts having breathing issues every 4 hours.
Okay. And the inhaler?
No, he has an inhaler, but he doesn't like it. He just uses the breathing treatment.
You know if the inhaler was tried at all?
Yeah, I tried that inhaler. He just,
I'm talking about that morning.
no.
Okay.
No, I immediately said it to the breathing treatment because I already knew he wasn't going to do the inhaler. He just doesn't like it.
I need to back up a little bit, to where you're on the phone. Okay. So, you're on the phone, he's in the bedroom, on the bed. You're leave at that point or some point, and then you said he was driving.
Oh, yes. So once he told me that he was not breathing okay or not breathing normally, I ran out of Jones County.
Okay. Did you see at what point he moved him or from the bed anywhere else?
Because he put the phone down, to go get the treatment out of the laundry room. I told him, call me. I guess lay on the bed. Couldn't see anything because at that point I was driving and trying to get to him. I just know that I told him, I said, let me see him.
Did you see son because he hadn't had that breathing issue for a while. And that morning when you left, he was not having any trouble at all breathing. But he was sick in his stomach.
He doesn't even like to lay on his stomach, but he was laying on his stomach.
Has he ever had a bad habit of getting anything or into
Kianna report any kind of car acting with all one day like that?
Kianna itself, we're in the process of high training, and I put the underwear on Carter. He knows not to pee on himself. So I said, put the underwear on him because he's probably peeing on himself because of the pull-up. He put the pull-up, he took the pull-up off, put the underwear on, and he went to sleep, and he said he still peed on himself. I said, that's weird because Carter knows better. But I just said, and he just kept peeing on himself.
That was Wednesday.
And he gave him potty training, so.
Right.
But I know he knows when he has all those underwear and he goes to the potty.
What did you leave? What time did you leave for work?
Same time, 7:15.
What time did you arrive home?
I usually get off at 4:30 because on Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays I work in Winter Office first, and then I head to Jones County. And I leave Jones County around 4:15, so I can get back to Winter Office and drop off the car to the school and get back home. So I'm going about 5:30.
So Kianna's pretty much hung out all day at the house with him.
Yeah. Then I FaceTime him in the day, all day, like I normally do. If I have to talk to Carter all day. He was fine, talking. Hi, mommy. Did you eat? No. What's wrong?
But how much compliance did he have with his son?
To me, just when I woke him up. And then that was just one time that day. He didn't say anything else that day about his stomach hurt. He said it that one time.
Nothing Monday during the day except when you woke him up.
Just when I woke him up, when his stomach hurts.
That was out of the two.
No, that was Monday, because he was throwing up all day Monday. And then Tuesday morning, when I went in the room and I moved him, that's when he said it again. He said, "Mommy, stomach hurt," and he had said it twice.
Do you remember when was the first time you threw up like that?
I wasn't there. And that was one of the things because when I was at the floor, Kianna thought that he had just spilled his juice. Carter likes to take his top off his juice and throw it everywhere. And I got in the house and I said, no, I said, that's normal because I could see the spit things in my floor. And I went and I tried to clean my carpet with the carpet cleaner. When I walked in the house, he was laying on the couch. And he was sleeping. And he woke up when I walked in. And there was throws all over him. And that's when I went, gave him a bath because he was nasty. I gave him a bath. And it had just happened because the girl was fresh. I went and I gave him a bath. And then I put on his clothes. And I went in the kitchen, started dinner. And he was right here on my shoulder. And then all of a sudden he just started vomiting again. Just more and more vomiting in the kitchen. So I cleaned him up. I took the shirt off. He didn't vomit anymore that night until in the middle of the night, I went and shake up and he had threw up in his bed. And that's when I said, that's odd, because he never throws up in his sleep. He'll throw up during the day, and I didn't give him any more juice or anything.
What was the juice?
It was Hawaiian punch. It was a mango something flavor. It was orange.
Was Kianna's daughter there?
That's she normally she would be, but she's going to her mom this week because he has full custody of her. She was supposed to go with her mom, so he left her in Atlanta. big hug. Nothing was wrong, out of the ordinary, so I just went and gave him a bath, and he was, Mommy, I'm nasty. And I said, I know, baby. He took a bowl bath, played with his toys. I took him out. We went in the kitchen, so I just started dinner because he liked to cook with me. And he just started throwing up in the kitchen. And I was like, okay, baby, go lay down, go lay down. And then that night, he ate dinner. And that's what I'm saying. He was fine. After he threw up, he was in his room. I put him in his high chair. We watched Cars. And I fed him, and we were singing, and nothing was wrong.
No breathing issues at all.
He was smiling, laughing, singing, talking. So I thought he was feeling better. Until the morning, until the middle of the night, and he threw up, and I was like, okay, well, maybe he's not feeling better. So I picked him up, and put him on the bed, and he acted like I was hurting him. And that should have alarmed me, but I just thought maybe his stomach just really hurts. I was still lay down and I kissed him, and we normally, we had this thing where we kiss each other, but we suck on each other's face. Suck him on something. I did that, and he laughed. I went back to sleep. Woke up out. You know, we got up and checked on him.
And what time was that before?
I normally get up. My alarm goes off at 6. I had to get up at 2 or 3 in the morning because I know when I went and lay back down, I only got about 2 more hours of sleep before it was time for me to get up and get ready for work. When I went in the room, and I checked him. He was kind of laying on the bed. I pushed him back over like I normally do. He just moaned, even on his stomach hurt. And I said, okay, baby, lay down. Do you want to go lay with Kianna? Because I asked him because I was leaving. I had to get ready. And so I was just going to put him in the room with Kianna. And when I was getting dressed, Kianna went and got him. And they were laying in bed together. He was laying on his stomach.
You know, wide awake, she started trying to sleep.
They're all good, both wide awake. He had got a towel and laid it on his stomach so that if he threw up again, he wouldn't get himself dirty or dead or whatever. And he was just laying there, and I walked over before I left. I gave him both a kiss. Carter, I put my hand on his back because he was laying on Kian's chest, and I felt him. He was breathing fine. I gave him a kiss. He said, bye, Mommy. And I walked out.
You said you moved him from his bed to the other bed this month. Did he throw up in that other bed at all?
No, not the bigger bed. Not the bigger bed at all.
And do you know in his bed what part of his bed he had thrown up in or where the throw was?
The little bed that he was laying on, there was a big circle of just throw juice. His bed is not that big, so it kind of took up that entire middle part of the bed, which is why I moved him, because it was too much to even try to clean that night or do anything with him, so I just put him in the other bed.
Did he sleep at all?
He slept good.
He slept good?
He didn't wake up in the middle of the night. He didn't whine. And he's a crybaby, so normally we're still sleep training and trying to get him used to sleeping in his own bed without me because he normally will sleep with me on the weekend. So whenever on budesonide, and then he's on albuterol. The albuterol is the one that takes a little bit longer. It's the bigger one. I think the budesonide takes about 10 minutes, and maybe the albuterol takes 15 or whatever. But I didn't know that when he had the reactions to the viruses, the only thing that will really keep him from having to go to the doctor is if I catch it early and I start giving him the allergy medicine, which is why they prescribed it to him with refills, because it just was the only thing that would help prevent his airways from reacting.
What medicine do you give him for that?
Let's see the exact.
follow-up interview after being contacted by Danny Galpin with the Medical Office.
Okay. Did he have some information for you?
He did.
Okay. And what was the information?
So I was advised by Coroner Danny Galpin that the child had multiple contusions, a lacerated liver,
And I don't need the specifics exactly at this
Okay.
point, but he told you that there were some injuries.
that's correct,
Internal injuries,
internal injury.
and that there was not some kind of asthmatic attack.
Right.
Okay. And so as a result of that, then you decided to re-interview the defendant.
And based on that information, do a follow-up interview with them to nail down the time.
And where did that interview take place?
Juvenile office in Rome.
Did she just want her in, or did you call her? What?
I called her and said, after it came in.
Did she agree to meet with you?
That's correct.
Did you interview Mr. Benton the second time that same day as well?
I did.
Okay. And do you know how this defendant got to the sheriff's office?
I don't.
Did you make her any promises to come speak with you again?
I did not.
All right. Did you threaten her, coerce her?
I did not.
Did you offer her any promises or hope of benefit?
I did not.
At this point, is she a suspect in the investigation?
Yes.
All right. But when she got to the station, did you put her under arrest?
No.
Was she free to leave, or well, I guess let me start. Was she free to not come and talk to you?
Yes.
And when she got there, was she free to leave?
She was.
Did you read her the Miranda rights that we just went over?
No. She's not under arrest.
And have you had the opportunity to review the December 7th interview?
I have.
All right. And is it a fair and accurate representation of that interview that you did?
It is.
Is your ever changed or altered in any way?
No, sir.
The December 7th interview is also on State's Exhibit 62. I will offer that interview in evidence as well.
All right, and submitted, and you may publish it.
It may take me a couple minutes to set this one up.
So how's things been here, guys?
It's been,
Everything okay?
today's my first day back at work, so.
Oh, cool, I'm sorry. Well, that's just how time works sometimes, isn't it? Okay. Well, like I said on the phone, we just need to kind of run through some things and confirm some things. You know, when these type situations come up, the most important thing, Stephen